Welcome guys to part 3 on trying to repair this McCormack DNA1 Deluxe version amplifier. And on the first part I blamed the transformer that didn't survive because the information was given to me that was powered to 240 volts and was set to 120 volts. And I get few comments on that one. We're gonna go to them later on in the video. And on the part 2 we test the power supply board and we notice that the voltages are not correct, so missing some voltages are not how should be. So I measured the parts on this board and I found out lots of transistors that they were bad, and also I can say that this board is really difficult to work on. As soon you heat up the traces, they coming off like butter. I don't know which kind of motherboard is this one, but the traces are very delicate. So I'm gonna try my best to don't rip off too much traces, because I got the parts which I found out burned out on that video. So I have the diodes and I have the FETs over there. I already replenished the LEDs. We have the LM337, LM317. We have some MOSFET over here, the J78 and K213, and we have some tip 122 and 127, which are complementary Darlington transistors. And on my first video about this amplifier, when I measured the transformer, someone suggested me to do a further investigation, like Gray 5596 told me to do a further investigation on that transformer. And I had another comment from MD Zacharias that say that maybe should be alright. And yeah, I investigate the transformer and I'm gonna tell you later on the video more about it. So I'm going to solder off camera all the parts on the board, and let's see after the intro, testing again the board to see if come back to normal status. I replaced all the parts on the board, and let's try now if the voltages are correct. So I'm gonna start first measuring the positive and negative 15 and positive and negative 25. So this is our ground and this is our plus 25 volts. So let's see if we have. So I can see there 24.9. Let's have a look the negative one. So I can see there minus 24.9. So let's have a look now positive 15, which is in this point. So I can see there is 14.9 positive. So let's see also the negative 15. So we have also negative 15. So one power supply working perfect. Now let me solder the wires to the big power supply, the one that I think is around 50 volts, dual 50 volts, positive negative 50 volts, and let's see if that one also turned back to the normal status. So I soldered already the wires for these big capacitors on the positive and negative and ground. So we have ground, positive and negative, and I'm gonna power now with the dual 50 volts, and on this point we should have positive 49 regulated, and on this side negative 49 regulated, something like that. So watch out to the LED when I power on the power supply. So 3, 2, 1, go. So we have a LED, we have the second LED. So the LEDs are on and then they switching off. That one indicate that the power come in. If you watch the previous video, part 2, you're gonna notice that the LED was not lightening at all. And now, let's have a look over here. So measure the ground. Let's see the voltage that come in. So we have a positive 49.9, and we have a negative 49.9 also there. And now let's see the regulated. So this is our negative side. So let's have a look the negative. So should be a bit lower. So 49.3 regulated. And let's see the positive side. 49.5. So I'm not properly balanced, depend of the transistors over here, but at least we have the power supply that working really good. And now let's come back to our transformer. So I did further investigate the transformer. I take it out from the chassis and I smell it, because if it's a burnt transformer it will gonna smell burnt, because imagine the enamel copper, how that smell when it's burning. So I don't feel it any trace of smell, burn smell there, so I say that is really strange, to the indication that the visual told me that was set up to 120 and power to 240. Definitely end up to burn the primary if there is not a thermal switch over there, or a fuse, thermal fuse or something like that on inside the transformer, and this transformer doesn't have. So I investigated and I found out that the main fuse was missing also. So I hope that was missing also when they power it on with the transformer set up to 120. Because then I have an isolated transformer that put out only 110 volts. So I connect the primary set up to 240 on the 110 volts on the primary, and I was getting output half voltage to what the transformer should put out. So then I take my risk and I power it straight away to the power supply without dim bulb, because I get some bulbs but I need to build up a dim bulb because I don't have. So I take my risk. I say, if blow up the fuses inside the house, blow up the fuses inside the house. And for my surprise, the transformer really putting out all the output voltages how should be. But has a noticeable buzz, and I don't know if that one is because of the shock that got. We will gonna see. So I'm so excited now, because I know the power supply is working on this board to power with the transformer. But we're gonna see this on the next part, because I don't have now time to bring the amplifier on the table and do all the connections and power that one. But on the next part definitely we're gonna power this board, which I fixed today, to his main transformer, and we're gonna measure all the voltages on the same time, because that's what we're gonna be. I will not be able to do like now separate voltages, so we're gonna have voltages on the same times, all the voltages, and hopefully it will gonna work fine. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a like, and if you are interested in all the tools that I'm using daily on my working bench and I'm happy, they don't let me down never, check the links on the description down below and you're gonna maybe find something useful for you as well. And if you are new watching this video, don't forget to subscribe, activate the notification bell, like that you will gonna not miss my next videos. And if you don't watch already the part 1 and part 2, I will gonna put also the links of those videos down below. Please watch it, like that we will gonna understand the journey of repairing this amplifier. Until the next one guys, have a good one and bye bye.